one of the big culture wars, which is also an economic issue, of course, is immigration for this administration. They have launched mass deportation campaigns.
Yeah.
They are cracking down on people coming into the country, not just illegally, but
Yeah.
legally. Where should the FTC sit on that issue? Where, not just the FTC, but where should progressives, liberals, the Democratic Party, how should they approach this issue of immigration from a trust-busting perspective, from a regulatory perspective?
One of the last meetings I had as an FTC commissioner was in Little Havana. It was 8 o'clock, like early April. It was already like 80, 85 degrees when I showed up. And all the guys who build the new skyscrapers for the Jeff Bezos and the billionaire hedge fund managers of the world started trickling in. And I sat around a table and I talked to them about their problems. And I thought they were going to say, yeah, we don't get overtime, which they don't. Yeah, we don't get unemployment insurance, which they don't. We don't get workers' comp. The number one complaint they said is we don't get water. We don't get water. We're working in 100-degree heat, and literally every 10 or 15 days, one of us dies. And so what I want folks who are looking at what's happening with immigration and who are supportive of what's happening, I want you to ask yourself, who is getting rich? Is it the guys who are dying literally of thirst and heat in Miami? Or is it the billionaire developer who's toasting with wine and steak his latest development? And what's more, if you kick those guys out of the country, you think those developers are suddenly going to start W-2ing their employees and paying them overtime and unemployment insurance? No. And here's the other thing I want folks to think about. Picture in your head how people who overstay their visas are now treated. And everyone has that picture, right? I want you to know that when billionaire CEOs break the law, even under the most aggressive administration, and we were blessed to have Chair Lina Khan in the last FTC who cut no one any breaks based on how powerful or wealthy they were. Even then, if a billionaire company breaks the law, they get an angry letter asking for documents. They get 3 p.m. Zoom calls to discuss how the company broke the law. They get meeting after meeting between their lawyers and ours to discuss whether we should sue them, all before we should sue them. And contrast that to the mom getting pulled into the road holding her baby's bottle, right? That's the difference between how we treat billionaire lawbreakers and regular people who made a mistake.